CGN, like, they're making so much inroads towards the A side, which Pacific do know about. They're trying to be proactive in terms of going through mid, and would have heard the steps, but where has CGN managed to insert themselves? Whooping up first against Larocque and misses out on that first duel.
A huge kill to find, and now it's on the shoulders of Element to try and push that envelope and find something back for CGN. Bullets whizzing over the head of Vince. He'll live a little longer, but is it long enough? No. The push now coming back in from main. BBL PCIFIC have it read like a book. CGN nowhere to go, and it's on to Davi to try and save the round. He's stunned, and to no success will that final gunfight be found. Ready for into a retake situation, or to just try and force the hand early here. I don't think Pacific are really going to have bodies in the right place. It falls onto Loiter. Brilliant shot from him, lands onto Element. That's the entry gone, and it falls just to Rose for the time being. Scrambling back into the site, Larocque with the run it back. It has been denied, and with that, CGN an opportunity to get the plant in.
Oh, nice shots from Vince, a player who's been a highlight time and time again. Up to Larocque now, who can't even get line of sight onto one of the players. A round win from CGN.
Creep that we're all too familiar with. You can take players out the team, but the DNA remains the same. Here's Larocque onto the side, playing from the side of Arc. Creven has him covered, and with the Nebula put up in the face of the main player, A is under wraps. Spike still waiting outside of it. Vince's lurk is almost everything in this round to try and open things back up, and he's done a brilliant job again.
It's mid. Look where Davi H is lurking about. There is a player close by in Creven. That's going to be a big duel if it comes to the head.
Oh, Rose has managed to cut this one out from the backlines though, and with Hall secured, the A re-hit is where this will end. 30 seconds or so left, and Ambi the one scurrying on over. Davi's got to come up with a big play here, but Pete by 2, he will go down, and it's an Ambi 1 versus 3 required.
And still has to go through a Cypher trip as well, Hazard. Manages not to hit it, but the bullets are starting to fly, and fly straight through Ambi's head. Escape the salvos, but leaves a gap in mid where CGN can go.
There's one player still hanging back towards main, that's Wolfen. He could be the checkmate for Comeback's position, but instead he's confident, stays out in the open to just take fights, one after the other. And CGN, yet again, gone from that connector position that he'd been playing so much before to tie things together. He's now gone. Larocque to fill the gap with this ult.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the information. CGN, they're starting to throw things forward. I mean, this was the case last time. They got an early pick and were able to steamroll it through Creven. No, he's not able to get any more. Comeback in Larocque now, having to combine against 4 of CGN's mainstays here. Spike finally going down.
Well, he will do damage to Vince. He's gone up in smoke. Ends up dropping, and now look at the utility. Fast lane stun and a slide, still for Comeback. Not before he finds that first kill and brings the ult online.
Oh,
he's still going.
There's no stopping him. Now just one player. It's Wolfen, an experienced head who's been in clutches before, but the spike's already half, and he's almost got the second, unfortunately. Comeback's there to put a stop to it. Traps, and yeah, just make that noise, Hazard, of course. The footsteps would have been heard. And that's what's pulling the Phoenix back. Still, though, CGN are falling
30 seconds
prey to these traps that are being put forward by the Cypher. There's a defensive Cosmic Divide coming through in Larocque. And Kruin just making it look absolutely as easy as pie. And a trap was destroyed in the meantime. That's why you're seeing Creven being pulled back towards A.
I mean, Pacific are hesitant of this, but they're not going to fall for it, though. Still, Loiter stands his ground towards the backside of B. He'll eventually drop, but rotation coming back through. Wolfen hearing these steps.
Yeah, the chips have been set and everything's been put into place. We're waiting for a late flank to come through CGN. But at the same time, is it going to come through at the right time? Well, it certainly has now as Wolfen gets the next one to come through. We're back even in the man count, and it's gone one better for CGN. Now up to Larocque, who's not going to get a chance.
Larocque's watching main for him, has to dash away for now. CGN a little light on both ends of the push as Wolfen was solo in that smoke. Larocque's not going to win it. Here's Rose in behind. Player revealed, only gets 1. That won't be enough.
BBL PCIFIC are a little uncomfortable getting into backside.
Yeah, Creven's managed to find a bit of a gap here though, and Vince is going to be looking the wrong way. Comeback is the bait on the end of the string, and they'll reel in yet another. 2 kills picked up. BBL PCIFIC with numbers for now. Comeback extends it. Salvo's on Ambi, but he's got to get out of dodge. Creven is sticking this with full HP. He was, but pulls away to go in for the second shot. One into the toe of Ambi with the takedown. Creven falling. Comeback again to close. He has been so damn good with the op in his hands, Phil.
Rose has somehow escaped into backside, and remember, Element doesn't know. Neither does CGN. Davy H though, quick on the mark. Loiter not wanting to try the same thing. Ambi can't escape, and he's been burned alive. Element has found his way into Flowers and is trying to grow an opportunity for CGN to win here. It's 4 versus 1, and it's come back to be relied upon once again. 2 kills back, and the conversation has her.
Well, the spike was in an awkward place, so Element had to go back and grab it. The overdrive has now expired, but on the angle his comeback, he's got himself another. It's a 1v1. Phantom in his hand, doesn't know about Vince. Just playing disciplined. He'll re-peek to confirm that the defuse wasn't happening. Now stepping in again, comeback. New angle, fresh perspective, loading up this opportunity. Vince will win it eventually. Back up.
Yeah, and a late lot to come through is a potential win condition if needed.
Clear all the way back through halls, so CGN know there's no bodies on the site. Larok has been found out, but there's a second layer to this Inquisition. Comeback adding another kill. Problems on both fronts. Loiter has to try and be the one that is demanding the attention of the defenders, because with the Nebula up, they just don't have visual on the spike. Comeback has got to throw himself into the mix. He's won both of the jewels. Loiter with another, and now the reposition towards Pillar could be killer. Shots missing. 1 HP on either side. Vince with the all-important kill, which will win the round with a fraction of a second for CGN.
As quickly as possible.
Another chance for CGN to set the retake in motion. They have drones to try and work with. Davies is flying out, and Ambi's still available in pocket.
Now Wilfen's got the first, although the trades are starting to come through. And Pacific are the ones that are going to come out on top, but only momentarily. The CGN have managed to find themselves in completely in a wave of destruction. Nice grab well from Loiter to be played. A tap of the spike confirms it's not just half. It's now been rocked on by Loiter of all people, who will get 10.
Entrenched in A main, there's no way out. It's how many kills can he get before he falls. They've not cleared this. Wolfen is right around the side. No! He's not gonna land a single shot. And with Wolfen falling, Vince in the meantime stops the B play, but it's A that you've got to be worried about.
I mean, look at the tech that Laroc's bringing forward as well, the way he's looking away from the smoke just to get the curveball through. Davy H though is taking his opportunity, and so is Element. Just like that, flick of a coin, and it somehow landed on heads. That head being all the heads of BBL PCIFIC on the floor. Creven, he's not going to get a chance to answer back. It's a thrifty round.
Great crossfire positions.
They do, and that's it. Control of that site, right? Where the spike is being planted, a dive in, and Vince finding 2. Okay, players being lit up by the info dart, but trying to get out. Comeback can't find it. You look towards the last 2, it's Rose and Loiter. Hunter's Fury, by the time you'd imagine, it's just a little bit too long. Loiter trying to get into spot, but can the defuse come through at the right time?
Oh! It was so close! But somehow...
But it means 12. That's now 6 chances, as the Slug Club will tell you. But how many chances will CGN actually get to deny? Because right now, BBL PCIFIC are right on the heels of CGN, and Comeback's at the forefront of it.
So is Davy. CGN setting up well for this play, as Vince will be hectic in the comms, frantically telling his team, I need support, and it falls on deaf ears.
It does. Davy H is now up. He's actually managed to deny the spike through spam. He wasn't trying to aim for the planter, but that's what's come through. Time is getting low, and Loiter's managed to just escape. Wolfen, now he's down to 10 HP, but he has the support of Davy H.
Inside the early portion of this round, have called a freeze, but now they're ready to re-hit B.
Oh, but when they try to, Hazard, look at the 2 players that have been corralled into the backside. They're trying to fight their way out, but they just can't. Putting forward the chips towards the middle of the field. Wolfen and Element need to come up huge.
Gonna attempt it, other side of the Cosmic Divide, crossfire placed, and the rope on the guillotine is pulled to the base of their necks. Into this series with success on the way. Comeback queued up in mid, vent fight to be taken. 3 players on the other side, and from the smoke, Larok goes down unsupported. Loiter trying to disengage. Instead, he's just going to stop them in their tracks for now, but Vince has found the cross, and with the vice grip, CGN close in. It's a brilliantly timed push from Vince out of Garage to claim that kill onto Loiter. Nice bit of space making from Comeback, will be rewarded for his efforts with one onto Wolfen. But that's all she wrote here. Davi will close it up for CGN.
Feel the pressure then goes forward. Now Lorat put under the microscope, has to answer and can't quite get out. He's slowed as well. The combination will get the first kill, but Comeback is the one to get the second.
Loiter there from lower, goes down in the hell position, flash across wide from Rose. Teed up shotguns on the other side, Comeback trades positions with Element, but he is wide. But it falls onto his shoulders solo to try and win it out here. It's already made his way out from spawn, tucked into the corner, but crept up on by CGN. That's the bonus converted.
He's trying to do, and are making sure to clear it out time and time again. Now straight through, that Lucky won't be able to try and break the wall. Comeback trying to break the push, but it's just not working out. CGN know exactly what they're up to. And Rose finding himself placed down where the spike was meant to go down. Instead it will just be Ambi. They're fully convinced about if they want to hit the A side, and BBL PCIFIC have not been caught out by this. The players of CGN are now at tower and having to go up against 2-3 players of BBL PCIFIC. Spike has been dropped.
They know instantaneously what the game was. CGN not able to sell any of these fakes. Armageddon coming in towards spawn. Neither player knows which way to look. Can they dodge out of it? Not going to be the case. Come back into the crosshair. And CGN clean up. That was a brilliant ultimate from Ambi.
Now the Seekers invested to find out exactly where CGN want to go. There's no fake about this. It's exactly where you expect it to be. And look at that. Lorop coming through with a party stopper, a showstopper. And now with that being the case, Ambi's left with it all on the site, or all on main actually. He's been pushed all the way back. And it's going to be what looks like a BBL PCIFIC round.
Absolutely. Gained no space on the map, only just now getting into middle.
Yeah, guiding light's been used on the other side of the map, so there's only going to be one kept for the retake if it does come through, but Comeback can't quite escape. A trade on either side. And with that wall, that wasn't placed the normal wall that you'd usually expect. At the same time, Wolfen's made his way in towards him with the support of Vince and can't quite hold on to this site.
There's a wall behind him as well, so he can't get around this. He needs to wrap front sight if he wants to plant the spike, but now Kreven's filled the gap. Well, like a deer into headlights, what's going on? CGN are their own worst enemy at this point in time. Davi trying to jump through. I don't know what's going on here. His own Achilles heel, Kreven has him caught. Final round of the half. PCIFIC in a position of power. CGN trying to claw back into this through the tower. Element will go, but he's like a lamb to the slaughter as Loiter lays in wait. A wall from Davi to give them a bit of room to work with, but I think the jump up's on the other side of the box.
I mean, you've got Armageddon, you may as well send it, right? You're one off the Cosmic Divide if you can get to post, but you can't even get through main. A flawless round.
Excessive pistol round, but they're down by a player in post.
Yeah, you can see the priority. CGN, they want to play the retake as they bust out of CT, but it's Lorop. Right, oh my god, I was going to say it's Lorop's name that gets both kills. Look at that.
Any of them? BBL PCIFIC haven't exactly led the line in terms of statistics in their region so far this year, but it's how they play as a unit which is most important. And coming into this execute, it's Wolfen that they've got to try and beat. Kreven at the double, but Wolfen's got one better. He's looking for a quad, and by God, he's going to get it. Coming in through the gap in the wall, it breaks, opens up the angle, gives him a better chance. That's Wolfen spotted. But where is Ambi in all of this to save his teammate? Not needed! Wolfen locking it down. Position, and through comes the showstopper. Larok's in this salvo again.
Yeah, he's nearly been caught out a second time. Nice combination of utility. Wolfen the one side once again! He's done it! He's managed to put them into a position that could be winnable. but it's still got to be the two remaining players to convert, and they do.
Hanging around mid. No replay, we're living in the present right now, and it's Rose right at the front of it. The duelists dive in, and with Larok claiming Wolfen's life, the setup evaporates. And he's gonna find the second as well. What a shot from Comeback.
And will does Davy use the res here? Does he even want to use it? I mean, right away they're going to start to reinvest the ultimates of their own, but there we go, we're back to 4v4.
Yeah, Util clears the corner. Loiter has to forfeit his position as well now, so they know that he's estranged from the rest of the site hold. They can go ahead and just march on forward. Showstopper to try and be the catalyst for the charge back in, but they walk to their deaths. They walk to Kreven's crosshair. Huge, and with that, BBL PCIFIC have some breathing room again.
I mean, that wall is providing an issue right now for BBL PCIFIC, which they have to break, and even lose a player for trying to do so. CGN still stay one to the good. See, Davi's just managed to keep himself alive, but not for much longer.
Couldn't get out the corner, and now look at Comeback. Insofar as Spawn, but with main considered, they wrap the full clear around. Dolphin's not really got a chance in hell. His work's cut out for him. Comeback removes.
This could still be doable.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide with a corner plant. Say it's completely out the realms of possibility, but Comeback brings you right back down to earth.
A movable object. Do you have the force to even move it if that's the case? Now they're in, they're getting stopped by the traps, and the utility's coming through. Vince and Wolfen are combining once again. Kreven, though, is the only answer back at the minute. Wolfen needed to be careful of a shotgun lurking around the corner.
Needing to be cleared. Kreven trying to break that utility for his teammate. The barrel's been spotted the position now as well. Element flies in over the top. Larok just good for the one. Kreven, 7 points of HP. It has to be his lucky number here if they want to take 12. Overlooked for now as Davy walks over the top. He's just not cleared or even considered this angle at the point in time. Dropping on over his head, but instead, great position to try and do that, or at least cut off a rotation. Still moving towards the B side as Kreven has crept even further forwards. Now the rotation is made. Oh my lord, Comeback!
Every time, man, you give him the chance, and look at this, Loiter straight in to get the spike plant down. And now it goes layers on layers as there's Rose to walk in, a player from main, and Comeback, the player to do it all himself. BBL PCIFIC will get their first win of Challengers EMEA.